Welcome back everyone, my name is Echo. I hope you're having an absolutely fantastic day. Today in this Minecraft video, I get to share with you everything you need to know about Minecraft Dungeons. So I've just got back from LA, the USA. I went to E3 2019 and during E3, you've probably seen it, there was a gameplay preview showcase of Minecraft Dungeons. Now, a couple of days later, I got to get hands-on with this game. I had around about a 30 to 40 minute showcase from the lead developers and designers of this game, and I got to play it. And this game just gets better and better. Now, in case you guys have no idea what I'm talking about, but I'm pretty sure you clicked on this video because you know what Minecraft Dungeons is, we're gonna play this trailer just one more time. So I don't know about you guys, but every single time I see that trailer, it puts a smile on my face. I am so excited to play this, and I know this is going to be a fan favorite in the Minecraft community. It's also going to be a fan favorite for people who play dungeon crawlers who may never have played Minecraft before. Basically, this is the combination of Diablo and Minecraft combined. So let's start off with the release date and prices. So we first seen this, I believe, at the end of 2018, and they explained that a beta would be coming to this game. So I was expecting the beta to be releasing like January, February, March, and then the game to be officially releasing October, November, December. Games usually release like summertime or at the end of the year because for one, children are off school, and for two, it's always a good Christmas present. This has now been delayed until spring 2020. No official day, no official date. It's just coming in spring. Now, the reason behind this is because when they first announced this game, they announced that this game would be coming to PC. Very similar to what they did with Minecraft. It was always PC first and then released on different platforms later on. I think because this game has received a lot of attention from the community, they thought, let's actually expand the devices. So it's releasing on PC, it's releasing on Windows 10/Xbox combined. You've also got the Switch, and you've also got PlayStation 4 as well. That's 4 different platforms that this game will be releasing on. I did receive a couple of questions from you guys saying, hey Echo, is it coming to phones? Is it coming to tablets? No news on that. They didn't share any information about that, but there's always the possibility because handheld games are getting bigger, they're getting better. So later down the line, it wouldn't surprise me if you're sitting there on your iPad and you are playing Minecraft Dungeons. So, what you can see here is the details about this game. You can also see the pricing. So this game is going to be $19.99 US dollars, $20 for all digital platforms. Standard price, $20. It's also going to have a different version, which is basically $30, so $10 more, for the so-called Hero Edition, which I believe is like the Founders Edition, which I believe, and if I remember correctly, the guy said to me, will include DLC for this game. And you know what? I am so impressed with this price because we know how expensive games can be in the community these days. Not just like a Minecraft game, but any game, a AAA game. You're talking like 50, 60, 70 upwards. That's a lot of money for a game. At least Mojang and Minecraft, they're keeping the price of this game pretty traditional of a Minecraft experience. It's $20 if you just want the game, but if you want to go a step further, it's $30, and I was incredibly impressed with that. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to rerun the official trailer shown during E3, but I'm going to do it at half pace, and I'm going to be pausing the video to explain to you guys everything you need to know in much better detail. Also, I have a huge listing over here of things that were not showcased during the trailer that I think you'll be interested in. So starting with the trailer, of course, visit this website if you want to know more information about ratings, especially if you're a family and you want to know if your kid can play this game. Let's pause the video here to start off with. This is going to be a boss battle in Minecraft Dungeons. Now, is there going to be multiple boss battles? I believe so. They didn't really want to share that much information about this. This creature, I believe we did see during the trailer, so we'll probably see it later on throughout this video. It's made out of redstone. It's made out of concrete. It looks pretty freaky. It looks incredibly strong, and it actually reminds me of a giant golem that was available in the Minecraft story mode, like the magma one. I don't know how big this is going to be compared to your character, but he looks pretty cool. Now, I want to pause the video one more time here from the creators of Minecraft. So, this is the first official game developed by Mojang since Minecraft. Now you're probably thinking, Minecraft Story Mode, Echo. Ha! Minecraft Story Mode was developed by Telltale. Minecraft and Mojang and Microsoft give Telltale the rights in order to make the Minecraft Story Mode. It was never officially developed by the Minecraft team. So this is the first ever game developed by Mojang themselves, besides Minecraft. If we just go back here real quick, we do have an illager here. They are kind of like one of the main problems, not problems, but one of the most annoying things in this game, because obviously illagers are going to run wild and you know what they do and you know who they are. Then continuing on, we then come in contact with these skeleton guys. So a couple of things with this one, because I want to focus on this guy as well. These are called skeleton vanguards. They wield a shield and they also have like a spear type. They're quite common in the game. You will see them frequently. You do attack and kill them frequently. You do have ordinary skeletons as well, which will fire bows at you. But the developer said that although this is based off Minecraft, it's not going to be the exact same experience because there's no building and there's no crafting. It's still fast-paced. You've got a skeleton horseman, which I did not see when I played this. Something else I want to mention, though, is that the people who are developing Minecraft Dungeons, they sit side by side with the likes of Jeb and Lady Agnes, who develop survival Minecraft, creative Minecraft, normal updates for Minecraft. And they said that they're constantly talking to Jeb and stuff saying, would this be good? Is this like the ordinary Minecraft experience? And they've given a couple of suggestions over and vice versa. And if it doesn't really feel like the Minecraft experience, it doesn't get introduced to the game. So talking about this guy. So this guy was called in the community as Nameless. It does have a name. It's called the Necromancer. And what it does is it summons the undead. So until you kill the Necromancer, it will continue to summon the undead. Skeletons, it will continue to summon zombies, a whole range of different zombies variants. I believe it can also summon spiders as well. But until you kill it, it will continue to summon them. A lot of people didn't really know what was going on there. But yeah, it's called the Necromancer because during the showcase that I seen, that's what they explained it to me. Of course, there is your standard zombies. You do see creepers. You don't really get to see this overview the way you see it here. This is just the trailer, by the way. The way you see it, guys, is just a stand-in crawler, like you're in rooms and then you go to the next room kind of thing. The skeleton head's kind of freaking out and spinning around, which I think is a small bug. We then start to see the characters of the game. The developer said that this can be played between 1 and 4 players. The better experience is with more players. Now, the way this works is the higher you go, more mobs are spawned in. If you're playing on your own, you really don't see that many mobs around, that many creatures. If you're playing with 4 people, you will then start to experience a lot of mobs. Now, that's a fishing rod. So the fishing rod is kind of used as a weapon, which I think is really cool. How often do you use the fishing rod as a weapon in Minecraft? Not really. Maybe to capture a couple of mobs here and there. There is a whole range of different custom enchantments, but we will get into this. And of course, we have different weapons here as well. He dropped like a ragdoll there. Okay, so this is something that I absolutely love. So we know a spider has a spider web, but in Minecraft, they really don't do anything with spider webs in Minecraft. The default summoned in a mineshaft. You don't really see any spider webs in an ordinary dungeon, do you? But anyway, what happens is the spiders can actually spit or fire webs at you. And yes, you get stuck for a limited time, and yes, they're a massive pain. So I liked that concept, and I hope things like this do officially get introduced to Minecraft. You'll see here, if we just quickly go back, we pick up armor. So the way they're doing this is that you don't necessarily craft your own armor. You find armor around. You'll find them in chests. You'll find them when defeating bosses, which I want to get into in just a second. But yeah, you don't really craft armor or anything like that. But he's picked it up right there. And the game is full of puzzles as well, which help you get from one level to another. When we get to the key, I'll be able to explain to you guys in a little bit more detail about the key. Which is really cute, by the way. So at this point, we've managed to pick ourselves our first weapon, and I did get to experience this, and it is a hammer. In terms of enchantments, these weapons are found, same with the armor, they're found with enchantments on, and it's up to you to upgrade specific ones that you would like to. And this is where I wanted to get to. This is where I want to explain to you guys in a lot of detail. So I experienced this game with the controller, and the development team that was playing with me, they were using PC. So it was just as easy to use an Xbox controller as it was to use the PC version. So let's start from top left. This is emeralds. They're purposely used for currency in the game, for buying things from merchants that you will find throughout your dungeons experience. These right here are incredibly important. This currently has none. These are called enchantment points. Now each weapon, again, they can be found with enchantments on them, the same for your armor, and it's up to you to then upgrade them or not upgrade them. So for example, you can kind of salvage things, and when you salvage it, this is a common one, it will give you a certain amount of enchantment points back. So for example, maybe this one gives you 1 or 2 enchantment points. You then need them to upgrade, and these are your enchantments. So this one looks like a faster sword. So if I clicked on this, it would then give me the option to upgrade that to, I think it's like 7 times you can use it. But of course, you need the enchantment points. You then focus on this enchantment. You can have multiple enchantments enabled, by the way. It's not just one. This is just a common weapon. Obviously, the more weapons you have, the more enchantments you're going to have. So another way that you can get the enchantment points is by leveling up. There is no other way to get the enchantment points. They've kind of made it like a rare system that when you get the enchantment points, you then start to upgrade your weapons to a better ability. But this was a common one. I was using a bow. And the bow had an enchantment called Echo, which was E-C-H-O, not K-O. There was also a bow enchantment called Chain Damage, which had a small percentage. When you fired an arrow, it would then obviously spread out and cause multiple chain damage. Now, your bow was not infinite, by the way, and your tools can break, if I remember correctly. But your bow was not infinite. You picked up arrows throughout your experience, killing skeletons. You find them in chests and stuff like that. They are really common, they did say so. You shouldn't really be running out of these. And of course, they got crossbow. Things like this, that looks like Groot. Things like this, I really didn't get to experience it that much. So I'm a little bit unsure what they are. But there's different weapons. There's different armors. Obviously, this being the Great Hammer explains in great detail what it does. 20 damage, Great Splash, a tool for soldiers and blacksmiths alike in forging in a battle. Very powerful. Speed not so great. And the area damage is pretty okay. But of course, these can be upgraded. And of course, you have yourself a fishing rod here as well. These are just a couple of mobs that are available. They're your standard Minecraft mobs. You then have things like this. Now, this is where you find good loot, and you're talking like rare enchantments. You can see here that this one summons lightning. I can't entirely remember what one it's called, but it summons lightning. It's the same. Okay. So anyway, it summons lightning. Reminds me of Thor. We now get into the traps. So these things will squash you, and they will down you. Now, if you're playing on your own, if you get downed, I think you lose points kind of thing, and then you have to start again. Not from the beginning, but if you're playing as a team, there's 4 of you, and one of you is down, the game isn't over. You're not out until you get to the next mission. They can revive you, just so you're fully aware of that. And of course, you've got these blades as well, which were a massive pain. Now, we get to see the layout of the dungeon. So this is obviously how dungeons work. These are pre-generated, so I think they're like Minecraft seeds. They're completely random. Every single time you play the game, the dungeon is going to be completely different. So that way you're not going to know what's going on. And this one is Corrupted Beacon. Fires a high power beam that continuously damages mobs. And I think this is like, again, a special ability. These are your special abilities, which are available for a limited time. I can't remember which ones I used, but I had a couple of special abilities in here. And I can't remember exactly what they did. Didn't see the beacon, though. Did not get to see the beacon special ability. And you've got the illagers here as well. But that is some crazy power. And of course, this is the reviving in in Showcase. It's showing you how the whole reviving system works. And I really like the look of these weapons and this one as well. There's so many cool weapons. And I want to pause it here, because what you see here would normally be like 4 different classes. Again, your class is based off the armor you pick up and the weapons that you pick up. You don't necessarily have to be a tank class all the time. You can change it to a speed ability. And I think one of my special abilities was speed boots. It was boots that constantly had speed. So I was moving quite fast. But you can change your experience really, really quick. You don't just stick with what you've got. I love this though. And again, obviously 1 to 4 players. This is the best thing ever. I love this key. So I actually got to pick up the key, and if you looked at my social media, I actually got given a couple of pins. One was of the monster at the start, and one was of this key. So explaining this key to you is that this key is obviously used to unlock doors, which you will see in just a second, and I'll show you guys. You have to wake this key up, grab it, and it automatically goes on your back, and he's like, oh my god, what's happening? It's so cute. Now, if you're getting attacked by mobs or monsters or anything at all, the key will drop onto the floor and try and run away to where it was originally. So you have to, if you get attacked, you have to continuously pick up this key. Also, the mobs and the illagers will try and get this key as well. So you want to make sure you get this key and they don't get it. Otherwise, you're going to be in trouble. Of course, it's used to unlock doors. In fact, it looks very similar to the mission that I got to play. But it's used to, it's used to unlock, is that right? Yeah. It's used to unlock keys. This is when you have 4 players. Do you see what I mean? The more players you have, the more mobs are going to be spawned. This one just has a lot of skeletons. And it also has a lot of zombies. And we've got a wolf here. I think it's a wolf. Anyway, but talking about some of the information I have here is that you do have a pet wolf. It will attack mobs such as zombies, skeletons, and anything else. Also, if your wolf is killed, it will also respawn in, as long as you're alive. It takes a little bit of time, but it will respawn in. But I never experienced this. Again, this is very different from what I got to experience. This is your food. You do have a healing ability. There was iron golems, and yes, you can see the wolf here, actually. I didn't realize. And then these guys are quite strong. And this, I think I had like a scythe, an anime scythe that I had. It's absolutely brilliant. And like I said, this is the monster that we've seen at the start. I really didn't get to experience this. It looks like just one end mission. He looks incredibly scary and evil. And the Arch Illager, they're trying to steal villages and stuff. And you got to protect the everything in the game. And this is where you start to see everything you need to know, which is obviously, come on, one more time. You've got Windows 10, Xbox One, Xbox Game Pass, Nintendo Switch, and PS4. These are the platforms that it's going to be coming to. So if you're still watching this video at this point, could you leave a quick comment down below in the comment section in all capitals saying, I'm hyped for Minecraft Dungeons. I'm kind of curious as to how many of you guys are as excited as me for the release of this game next year. If you guys stuck around in this video, I'm here to tell you some kind of private information that nobody really knows. So I got to see and play Minecraft Dungeons during a BCD, which is called Behind Closed Doors. And I hope I don't get trouble for saying this. I apologize, Microsoft and Mojang. Hopefully this information is allowed to be shared. So let's start off with how many people and developers are working on this game. There are 20 developers, 20 people working on Minecraft Dungeons. Now, I asked about crossplay, and they didn't really have any information about this at this point. They're the developers. I don't think they deal with the sides of, like, crossplay. But Minecraft on Xbox and Minecraft on Switch can already be played together. Xbox and Nintendo have a really good relationship. So I would imagine that a crossplay is definitely going to be some kind of thing on this game. Maybe even with PlayStation 4. The reason why PlayStation 4 technically don't want crossplay is because they don't want people signing in on Xbox Live accounts on PlayStation. This game is not going to need an Xbox Live account, meaning that you can most likely crossplay with someone who's playing on a PlayStation 4, if you're on an Xbox or you're on a Switch or even on PC and Windows 10. Getting into the enchantments, so enchantments are already on weapon/armor. I explained that, you find it around the game. It's just to keep like the fast-paced experience of a dungeon crawler. So you don't have to grab it, then go to enchantment table, enchant it kind of thing. It's already on there. It says here, Mojang told us that there are around about 20 different types of enchantments for your melee weapon slot, another 20 for your ranged weapon slot, and roughly similar number of unique artifacts that produce special abilities. So there is more enchantments in this game than default Minecraft. There's so many cool special abilities, like you guys seen the cool beacon one. There is no building and there is no crafting as of such. Of course, Minecraft is known for mining and crafting. It's not a building game, in case you guys wanted to know about that. So getting into the most juiciest of information I have for you in this video, this is about Endermen. So Endermen in Minecraft dungeons are classed as a mini boss battle. They'll have like a mini boss battle bar, the way your Wither boss does, the way your Ender Dragon does. But you don't have to fight them. You can kind of waltz on past the Endermen. They won't trigger onto you and kind of carry on with your own experience. Now, the closer you get to the Enderman, your screen starts to become fuzzy. It starts to become fuzzy, like static and stuff like that. And obviously, if you attack the Enderman, it's going to attack back. It's quite strong. Obviously, fighting it with 1, 2, 3, with 4 people, it's going to be a lot better than fighting it on your own. When you kill the Enderman, it will drop really good loot. So these mini boss battles, they drop good loot. It could be a good bow, it could be a good sword, it could be good boots, it could be, I don't know, anything that you can think of. Really good armor. It can be something of a special thing. So you are probably going to be fighting the Enderman. Something I noticed, though, during the gameplay showcase is that you can attack Enderman with projectiles. That being arrows. Now, we know as Minecraft players, you cannot use arrows to attack an Enderman. Why? Because if you do it, they teleport away. I asked this of developers and they said, yes, I'm glad somebody noticed this because no one had. They don't know if that's going to stay in the game, but in the version that I played, when you attack an Enderman, you could attack them with arrows, which we know as Minecraft players, that's not possible. So that might be taken away by the time you guys see the beta or the full release. Maybe he didn't even know, you know? Maybe he had no idea that was a thing, and it's in the game and they remove it. And then the last but not least, when we asked about the Ender Dragon, they just didn't answer that question. They just said, wait and see. I got a feeling there's definitely going to be an Ender Dragon of some kind in this game. But that's all the information I have for you. This video is incredibly long, so it's a lot of information to take in. If you guys have any more questions, feel free to leave them down below. I am super hyped with this. Guys, when I say this is a really impressive game, it is a really, really impressive game. It's done very well. I'm kind of glad that it's being delayed till next year so they can take extra long time to focus on what they want to do. It's going to be very, very popular, and that's the information I have for you. So have a great day, stay beautiful, and get hyped for Minecraft Dungeons.